All right, cool. I figured it out. I had to give myself a little reminder. Today I am checking out the Room Sounds Maas Signature Series bundle. This stuff is really, really cool. I just got it and I'm going to play around with it. But first, I had to just do some routing um, so that I could set up each individual output on this mixer to talk to every single input in Logic, just so I have more control. So that once I've got my groove going, I can play around with it inside of Logic and mix rather than having to always open up this plugin. What I might do is kind of leave all these faders like at Unity and play with them in here. So just to give you like a little heads up, this is how you do routing inside of Contact Player to correlate with Logic and talk to it so that you can have each individual drum go there. And then I will play around with the mapping a little bit in a second and hopefully get that right so I can get like a quick little groove, or I'll just load up a groove. I kind of want to just like hear it and mess around with it. But first thing to do is when you go down to your routing down here in your outputs, I'm not really sure why ST1 wasn't firing. I guess I could have just like rerouted this, but the kick just started coming up on the second channel, so I just rolled with it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So what I do is I just basically matched this mixer and these names to each output so there's no confusion. You go down here and you literally just you see this whole list right here. 1 through 16. That's how many outputs that you can route with. On this, you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're going to go up to 12 before you don't need to do anything anymore. So what I do is you just click on it. You go 1, 1, boom. That's your kick. Then, just following the leader, you go into Logic and you make sure 1 lines up with 1 and 2 in Contact. Kick out. Next one. Oops. Sorry. Let's open it back up again. Same thing. ST2. 2. Okay, great. And now that's kick out. That's your kick out. The reason you hear kick in all of these is because this mixer, it's like there's a real drum kit in the room. When the drum hits or when the kick hits, you're going to hear it in all those other mics. So you can kind of like accordingly balance all that stuff in there. And then literally you just go down the line. So in Logic, here, let me bring up something a little bit easier to look at, I guess. So you just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then I just literally copy and pasted each name so that I don't confuse myself, because I will do that more often than not. But you could always just you could have this all going to a stereo track and just have drums on it, but it's nice to be able to balance it yourself. Cool. So the next thing I do want to do is I want to set up a MIDI track. It's nice to record onto a MIDI track so I can like quantize it and make myself sound better than I am at hitting pads. And if I have a feeling what's going to happen, let me know if you know a workaround for this. Let me know. But usually, what happens is it records the whole MIDI track on this top one with everything on it. So that's usually how it is. Let's just see if it does it this time. 2, 3, 4. Here, let's turn the click on though. Let's have the click on all the time. That'd be cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Let's just look at it. Yeah, so everything records to this one primary track. I don't mind that, but it would be cool to have them all separate too, but I don't really care because basically I'll just take this whole thing. Well, what I want to do now is just give me a hi-hat on it. Okay, so I already had some quantization on this, and it sounds like fucking garbage or something. Hold on, let's see what I was doing. Oh yeah, look at this. I already had a blah 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 blah. Let's grab the whole fucking thing. This shouldn't sound. This might sound cool or not. I don't know. No, it sounds like garbage. Let's just. You are about to delete MIDI regions that have aliases. These regions all will be orphaned. What the fuck? Never. I don't know half of the stuff that this thing tells me is going on in here. Okay, cool. So let's try this again. I just want to play that all live. Here. Let's do a quick mapping thing because I want to just move the toms. Right now I'm playing all these drums on Machine's drum machine, and it's nice, but it only has 12 pads on it, whereas if I had like a MIDI keyboard, I have one back there, but I'm not using it. With a MIDI keyboard, I could, everything's already routed to it, and it's infinitely nicer, more nice. But that's not how I'm rolling today, because I always just have this drum machine right next to my workstation. So, okay, key map. I need this one. I want this bad boy. What is this? A sharp 2. A sharp 2. Cool. Okay, that's moving it. I don't want to move it. I want that shit right here. A sharp 2's semi-open hi-hat. Cool. Just a basic thing. Okay, let me play something real quick and we'll do a little riff. So that might have been that fucking alias thing. Hold on. Okay. What the fuck? Who knows what I'm doing wrong right now. So right now in this MIDI world, I have deleted this track, but somehow it's like still fucking somewhere in the session. Like, how is that possible? And more importantly, it sounds like garbage. You know what you do in these moments? You just go to Google. MIDI aliases. Logic Pro. Frequently overlooked how to mimic regions in Logic, creating aliases and layering. I want that not to happen. This is how I spend most of my day, so it's nice that you're actually here. Here, I got a better idea. Here, why MIDI tracks play after deleting Logic Pro? How to fix MIDI won't play back in Logic. No, that's not what I want. If Logic isn't working. Jesus Christ. Delete cut audio sections. Accidentally deleted. Blah, 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 blah. Anybody watching this, can you help me? You're getting one Facebook fight. Account warning. Oh, go fuck yourself. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so that's interesting. I just wasn't looking down in the session. So right now, I have it recording to here as well. I don't know why. I'm going to nip that in the bud. Goodbye. That was strange. I thought that I was dealing with a fucking anomaly. And that's why that sounded so shitty too. Because it was playing it twice. Oh my god. I kept those extra route tracks there with the routing of 14, 15, and 16, and I just labeled them extra because I wasn't sure if it was going to go to like an aux send or something. I don't know what I thought. I was wrong. Infinitely wrong. But what I am actually looking at now with this routing is I've got aux 1, 2, and 3, and those are in this plugin, I think, and I have them routed to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Which is also Floor Tom 2, Hats, and Ride. That's gonna be an issue. Floor Tom 1, Floor Tom 2, and Hats. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't want to play with the effects in this just yet. But I think I'm gonna have to do some little trickarooskies. All right, let's do that again. Sorry. Simple. Keep it simple. And now for this one, coming in, let's put a little crash there instead of that. It's going to be like all the way up. That was a cute little soft that's really hot. And very buzzy. Oh, no wonder. Yeah. Got this thing. Cool. I'm running everything through my rack Kemper, and I think I'm using STL Tones Sky Dreams or something. Cool. Here, the one thing I did here that was kind of bothering me. I want to go. I'm gonna make the velocity of this hit a little bit. So I just want to make like a general riff real quick, and then I'm gonna like mix the drum sounds around. And whatnot. Okay, so these other kicks that I have here, I also have routing to machine. So when I want to do like electronic drums or something like that, I have a couple tracks down here that I do that stuff with. For all intensive purposes, just so I'm not bouncing all around this session and confusing myself any more than I already just did. Let's. Now I don't input monitor usually unless I've got effects, because I'm doing all my input monitoring for any real recording, real audio recording through console, which is just nice. So let's do a little lick. Still super hot. Look how I'm hitting this this shit. So I got the Neve preamp on here, 1073. I'm gonna back this puppy off. That's cool. My goodness. Let's try that again. I would like to hear it louder though. So to monitor land. But if I go to monitor land, then I can't. Whatever. I'm like a noob at everything, even though I've been doing it for so long. Kind of cool. All right, so now for the next ones, I want to have like a crash. Let's go here. Let's mute that. And that, I'll put fills and stuff in after. I just want to get the basics, but I hear that blah 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 boom boom, or something like that would be cool. Okay, cool. So for the next ones, I want to get me a nice crash sound. Or even just no crash. Yeah. So I want this to be, get that ride crash. I want that ride. Whoops. Let's go back. It's nice. I got the sensitivity set really high, so I want to hit that like I'm fucking playing it, but I gotta actually hit it kind of soft. Otherwise, it just sounds like that like looping of a crash cymbal. Bam, bam. So let's play with this. You know what I'll do actually? I'm going to play it how I want to, and then I'll just grab the velocities and kind of tame them a little bit. Also, this beast is so loud in my head. I'm just going to turn the click up a little bit. I could just turn the drums up, but whatever. Or turn the drums down, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. One. Boom, boom. Get that out of here. Split that shit. First one a little bit hotter, and that should be cool for another 2 bars. just had, I guess the sun went away and it totally like fucked up my vibe for a second. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to go for. That was, yeah, this, I got my curtains closed, but the sun like was like fighting to come in, and all of a sudden a cloud moved in front of me and it like freaked me out. Play better. That's when it should come back in. 3, 4. Yep. Right back into this. But definitely that little drop. 2, 3, 4. And where? Oh, because I moved my crash. Right there now. Okay. I was like, where did it go? It was in here before. That's the same exact one that I moved. Cool. Yeah. All right. Because around here. Hey, you know what you should be doing? You should be recording on the right track. Help me. That's cool though. Or that part comes in with the rock out. This would just be just like a one note. Playing a minor key, how about? Sorry. I'm not sorry. This fucking broadcast should be called "How Many Times I Apologize to the One Person Watching This Shit." Okay, that was cool, yeah. And then just fucking punch. Punch, daddy. Let's as much as I want to double that the real way, I'm not going to. Oh, you know what I do want to do? Okay, so never mind. I want to put a little bit of crunch on this shit. This is Chris Crummett's Friedman BE100. Sounds pretty beefy. That was cool. Okay, anyways. 2, 3, 4. One part though, I think I do like a little bit of a pause. Ba da da ba bum. Okay. Okay, I see what I did. So I do it on the second half the first time. Listen to all that gobbledygook. It's good. Like I don't mind it, but I just don't think we need it. There's a lot of low-end information in it. I'm gonna roll it off a little just because like once everything else kicks in, like you kind of don't hear it as much. Alright, now we're going to mix some drums. totally get that. Once you bring in the overheads, that's where this kit really starts to pop. Let's bring in the near room. I love it. Far room. Now what I would do is, like, now that I came up with that riff on the fly, I added those little pauses and stuff in it. Now, to kind of make this not just sound like a boring ass fucking loop, I want to kind of dress it up a little bit. So right there, bond down. Might take this one out. Dun dun dun. Put that one here instead. And then that little pause right there, I want to do like a pop boom. Pop boom. So maybe take that one out. Let's get bigger so I can kind of see this a little clearer. I think that's it. Yeah. Maybe take that snare out. So that part I kind of want to do I feel like I want to mimic the guitar vibe, so bum, 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 bum. Let's get rid of these crashes, just so we'll do let's move it out of my fucking hands. Oh God, stop it. Oh jeez. I hit too many buttons. So boom, boom, boom. Let's do that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And now, bop, boom. So I'll go bop, boom, boom. Where's my fucking floor tom? I gotta route these better. Sometime after lunch. Oh, interesting. Or maybe even just switch over to hi-hat. Yeah, that kind of works. Chop boom. It's kind of okay. I'm not the best. What is it? Well, I got a tom hit here. I wouldn't do a tom hit and a snare hit at the same time. And you know what we'll do here? So. Ba-da-dum-bum. A lot of times too for fills, I won't necessarily quantize them because sometimes if you quantize a fill, it like gets way too robotic. Also, keeping everything at 127 velocity is not true at all. But just for now, I'm not going to mess with it too much. Now that was this first one. This the second one I was just editing. I kind of want to have that hi-hat hit. Let's try this. Let's quantize it for now and just listen back. I just want to quantize the hi-hat hits. Bum, 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 bum. It's kind of what I'm going for there, but boom, 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 pop, boom, pop, pop. Maybe that. There. Bop, bop, bop. All right, let's hit that one. Not going to hit that. Quantize the snare hits. Boom. Um, I'm not mad about that. I'm mad about that. Now what I'm doing is, since I was editing this one, I'm just going to do the same thing on both of these. Cool. That's fun. Let's play more with this plugin now that we have like a cool little lick. So I'm already like super happy with like the drum sounds. Like I think they're really cool. But let's scroll through each one of them and dope. Okay, I want to hear more of my floor toms. Let's bring up my rack and floors and rack here. I'm bringing up all of these bad Let's make this loop a little more focused on just what we want to hear right now. Even just that part, that should be like the end of the song. Whatever the song is, that would be the end of it. Let's hear it with this one. hi-hat hits, now that I'm listening to this over and over again, bring that shit down. What I would do in real life is like crescendo that, like soft, 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 medium, medium, hard kind of thing. You know, so like these two. I wish I just had like a velocity knob, like right here. I bet I could program. Of course, I have a fucking velocity knob. I've got a fader port. I bet I could adjust it. I just haven't yet. Mm-hmm. Also these dog here, real quick. I gotta do this, otherwise I'm gonna kill somebody. Boom, boom. So those are at 109. These are gonna be at 114, 109. Are definitely going to be hotter. 18. Make these 20. Oh, this one's already at 27. 20. Boom, boom. Cool. That's sweet, dude. I'm digging it. We are about to hit 1 hour. I think I am going to save this, grab a bite to eat, and then I'm going to come back and maybe we'll make this into a song. The first thing that I was honestly thinking, like the more and more that I'm playing through this, is I kind of want it faster. But it doesn't have to be. I don't think I would put vocals on this. This is just kind of like a jam. This, like, as soon as I heard the drums, and this is what came to my head. And you know what? For the sake of just, let's just loop this whole fucking project. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm doing it. Ready? So. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm just going to take a little break.